Hey Froggy friends! Kirostyle here, welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI! Thank you so much for joining me here on stream. Hey Kieran, thank you so much for coming by! Welcome. Thank you so much for being first. Hey Psycho Reaper, good to see you. Willful, thank you so much for the sub. 2 months, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sticking around. Maple Keurig, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being a Froggy friend. Good to see you. It's really nice to see you because I remember your amazing artwork, and I know I've commissioned you before. You guys, please go check out Maple Keurig when you get a chance. They're really cool, and they draw a lot of really nice art. I love their coloring style a lot, so please go check them out. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming by. It's been a couple days since our last stream, and in the previous stream, we finished off by defeating Titan. We came back to home, and then Mid asked us to run some errands for her, because she's trying to build an airship. Well, it's like a ship, but I have a feeling it's going to turn into like an airship, given Cid's role in most Final Fantasy games. So, it's not side quest time, but it's kind of like downtime time. So we have to go to the river in the south of the Velcroy. Oh, here we go. The other side quests are open now. So there's a side quest over here. And there's one over here. Alright, I'm excited to play this. I wanted to play it yesterday, but we just weren't able to. Hopefully I remember all the controls. It feels like every time I put this game down for a little bit, get back to it, I gotta kind of relearn it a little bit. Where do I need to go? I need to go to this river here. Okay, let's pick up the side quest while we're here. Oh, you remember me, Maple? I'm flattered.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
Alright, I'll help you, Mr. Baker. I'm flattered you remember me, Maple. Thank you so much. I really like the art you drew for me. Hey, Felix, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Good to see you.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Well, he's lucky he got out of there before the orcs took over, so I think he should count his blessings. Okay, so Drake's Fang is on a separate... Oh, no, okay. I was gonna say Drake's Fang is on a separate map, but looks like he's over here. Okay, let's do this first, and then we'll go check on Mr. Apprentice. Wait, no, I gotta go this way.
It would make a fine.
Come on, Torgal. Right, apparently
Looks like I found the river.
Gav's meeting us here, I think.
There's Gav.
Oh, there's a chocobo. Oh, there he is. Hey, Gav.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Let's get bagging. Oh, nice somersault there.
So this is stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Okay, there's 3 more. Is it on my map? Oh, it's just in this general vicinity. Oh, there we go. How's that for speed?
Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Again, it's like every time I run at someone and then want to talk to them, but I press X too early, so I just end up jumping at them.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
I have 5 whole Stardusts.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Sure. We can't chat here, Gav?
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Well, says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
That's nice. So if I picked Otto to come with me, then I'd probably have a little heart-to-heart with Otto instead. But I think we have a bit more
Right.
chemistry
Enough
with
soppy shite for one day.
Gav. We've seen a lot more of him than
Get this
Otto.
lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
You go on ahead. I have 2 side quests I need to do before I catch up with you.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Ready to go home, boy? Because we're not going there. We're going here. I'm glad they give me a quick travel point there. Giddy up, girl.
Faster!
Is that a bandit? Wait, is that a hunt mark? That guy's a hunt mark, isn't he?
Thanks, Gal.
Uh-oh. Well, we're fighting. The 9 of Knives.
My blade yet hungers, and so do I. Come.
feast on your flesh.
Oh, this guy's kind of bloodthirsty.
Days are over.
Ow.
Get him. Let's try. I'll snap you like a twig.
Punch, 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 punch! Get him! Oh, darn it! Ow, how'd I get hit by that? Come on. Ow! Hey Titsanol, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Get him. Sick him. This way. Get him. Guess we're all ready. Get him.
Ow, hey!
This one.
Yeah, I gotta get back into the groove of the game.
This one. Let's try. Get him. Over here. Get him. I bring your blood. I'll snap you like a twig.
He is so tall when he stands at the full height. Oh. He's starting to chain his moves together. I like his body tattoos, they look cool. Ow, good thing I can use potions in midair. Darn it! I was too busy doing the Garuda claws, I didn't have a chance to grab him by the head.
This will snap you like a twig! Get him! Over here!
Punch him! Okay. Gave me a little bit of trouble at the beginning, but I think I'm back in the groove. Yeah, Ash, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Good to see you today. I even leveled up from that.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Oh, he landed on top of his other victim.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Doing well today, Ash. Hope you're doing good too. Wait, I'm looking for a person, right? I hope it's not the person that was killed by that hunt mark. Oh, hi. Were you watching my battle, man? Dusan?
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hated her. But she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her.
Well, you better be grateful your body didn't shatter during my fight with Titan.
But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Express yourself, remember the good times, focus on your work. Express yourself.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you missed the fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You've opened my eyes.
Wait.
Well, what's it gonna do? Bake something in the shape of Drake's Fang, maybe? Might not be an awful idea, I guess.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's
Oh, that's cute.
truly unique creation.
It looks tasty. It's got
I
some
dare say it is.
like jam in the middle.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow.
Or inviting hollow.
My loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the fang without her crater? Why, no fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve...
I hope the inside isn't actually just salty.
...of the fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
You know, the man has some talent if he wasn't a good baker, but then he came back here
But do you have to use the good salt?
and he just
Please,
immediately
rest of us.
created
Sorry,
something in his image that he
Master.
wanted.
I'll go and get some more later.
Wait, so it's actually salty on the inside? I thought he was just using the salt crystals as a metaphor, but he actually used, like, salt on that? Oh yeah, in the other stream, when Clive and his uncle were fighting people in the tavern here, and then he went and chased after Joshua and saw the plate, and I couldn't tell what exactly was on his plate that he didn't finish. So on Joshua's official profile, it says that he hates carrots, and that he never eats the carrots on his plate. So they were probably carrots.
Good salt?
I guess strawberries, because they looked kind of reddish and shiny.
I'll go and get some more later.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Yes, that
Hey CB, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. It looks like there's a side quest here in Lost Wing. Yeah, even as an adult, it seems Josh hates his vegetables. Or specifically his carrots.
Good day to you. Sid.
the crystals we gathered.
We had to dig a new cellar.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
If there's anything I'm good at, it's talking to NPCs and then going out and fetching things. Me, the savior of the world.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves. Or something
so it
we
looks
need
like-
to take more seriously.
Two of them are upstairs. Yeah, I also need to restock my potions.
You haven't much, but you're free to look. I trust it's all here.
Right, oh, there we go.
I hope it's to your liking. Ah, yes.
The crystals.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
And Clive, why can't you sprint in the towns? This person's closer. I'll talk to them first.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
Oh, I don't need to talk to the other person now? Oh, okay, I guess I got enough information. I was gonna say, why is she sweeping the dirt? But then I realized she's sweeping, like, the leaves away.
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
It's still so weird to see them just swearing like that.
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Who's casting Cure? You. I love that attack so much. I kind of regret not using, like, or not setting and trying every single attack that is available to me in this game, but my ability points are limited, and I think I've already picked, like, the better ones to use.
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds, though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth.
Ooh.
I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did, in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered.
Aw, Quentin.
He faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself.
Oh, dang, Quentin.
The man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Oh, so this must be like a side quest chain. Like maybe there must be another one. Hey Hakaze, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Oh, and Ash, you're almost done with Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh, good for you. I hope you have fun with it.
I'm not going to change his mind.
I mean, Clive, technically what you did to Kupka is exactly what Quentin's doing, so I'm not really sure if you're in the right position to be changing his mind. I mean, I'm not here to say who's right or wrong in either way, but I'm just saying you guys are in the same, or were in the same boat. The only difference is Quentin is not a video game protagonist.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Oh, you've been watching the To the Moon VODs and you've been inflicted with emotional damage? Yeah, that game will do that to you. I'm glad you're enjoying them and watching them, though. I really appreciate it. Kieran and I actually just recorded a couple of the DLC episodes today, which will be published on YouTube in a bit.
All right, Clive. I gave all that stardust to Blackthorn just like I promised.
I got everything Blackthorn asked for. How'd it go over in Dalimil?
I owe you compensation for the tears that you shed. We'll talk about that.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Okay, I was about to say when Blackthorn said, like, leave me alone and go do the other things you need to do, I was like, but I already did all my side quests. You should have told me that before, Blackthorn.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
What's her name?
Right.
She must mean Vivian.
Talk to her back there. You know, thingy. She'll tell you exactly which bits of which ruin we need.
Oh no, you're talking about this
Go
girl.
and find 'em.
Elena.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing.
I was just there.
The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Yeah, I like it when the game kind of explains some of the way that things work.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales.
But sometimes,
you don't need behind.
I might not be in the mood for it. Like sometimes I just be like, I just want to do the side quest. I don't care about all the know-how. But sometimes it's kind of cool. Wait, so is this guy here talking? This is as a result of me doing Quentin's quest, right? Or is this part of this quest? No, I think that's part of Quentin's quest. And I wish there was like a quick travel point over here. I don't like having to walk all the way around this village just to get to those stairs. Quentin's quest ended sounding like they were going to immediately take action and that I should immediately help them. But I guess it'll be a while before we see the conclusion of his escapades. Okay, how far do I need to go? Yeah, I'll chocobo.
Good girl.
Oh, come on, you guys. You're only level 13. There's no way you stand a chance against me. Just leave me alone. I'm waiting for the fight battle music to go away before I dismount. Okay, there we go.
You deserve a rest.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Could you tell me what I'm fighting?
Of course. I'll be right back.
That would probably help. Especially if this was actually a life or death situation, it would be nice to know. I mean, I know it's just a video game, so whatever.
Anybody home?
Hello.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Get him! Sick him! Over here!
I can't see! I can't see! Stupid trees!
This one. Get him. Go to him. Attack. Go to him. Get him. Go to him. Attack. This one. Kill. Over here. Attack.
Get him.
You lose.
You lose. Good day, sir. Thanks for the frog, CB.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Okay, so we're done 2 out of the 3 parts. Now we're probably going to do the 3rd part. Increases strength tonic duration by 10 seconds. Oh, that's pretty nice. Too bad I only have 3 abilities, or 3 accessories slots. I think I already picked out the ones that I want to keep. Thanks so much for the bit, CB. I really appreciate it a lot. That's so nice of you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, did I get any extra, like, renown?
How may I help you today, Clive?
Oh, I got both of these. This one's from a traveling Terpsichorean.
You earned this.
Dire Wolf Jess. This one's from a nameless patron.
All yours.
Ooh, that one gave me ability points.
All done?
Dire Wolf Jess. Increases combo damage by 5%. Ooh, actually that might be better than a little bit of extra defense. Let's try that. I got a lot of ability points. Yeah, I really like Ignition. Fully master that one. Scarlet Cyclone, also very good. Okay, this one costs 1,000. I think I'd rather get Wind Up. Wait, no, that's not the attack I'm using. Reset that one. This one. You should buy these, they're cheap. Catch you later, Felix. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. We'll see you next time. This looks pretty cool. But again, these have such long cooldowns, I'm not sure if I should even... The problem is, they also have quite a bit of wind-up, so if I use them while an enemy is broken, that's a waste of a little bit of time. Okay. The nice thing about hunts is I think I already get the reward as soon as I kill them, so... I hope I don't have to do all the hunts to get, like, the best ending alongside doing all the side quests. The side quests I don't mind as much, the hunts just take more time.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
She's like, I thought of that, but I didn't do it. I was waiting for you to do it. You're the lapdog, right?
I've been going round in circles trying to find something sturdy enough to withstand the fire of the engines, but light enough not to sink the ship. Should have bothered old Tome sooner. If anyone knows something I don't, it'll be him.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Well, for her, I don't know. For you, always. For her, we'll see.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always.
Can I choose between Tarja and Jill?
If Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
No, I wasn't talking to you.
Clive, have you made your decision?
Okay, fine.
Who will accompany you on your
I guess it doesn't matter whether I talk to Jill or you first, eh? We're here.
Take your
I haven't
time.
decided yet.
It doesn't do to rush such things.
Just want to talk to Jill first.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Like, I think canonically, it would make most sense to take Jill, but we haven't done anything with Tarja outside of the home, so I'm gonna take her with me.
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic. Conch shells. Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
I kind of figured she'd pull the same thing as Gav, where she doesn't actually, like, join me, as in she follows me around. She joins me as in, I'll meet you there, and then chime in with some conversations.
Hippocrates and I'll look after things here. You head over to Northreach.
It's kind of funny, the reason I picked Tarja is the opposite of the reason why I picked Gav over Otto. But I think we've spent enough time with Jill. Again, I do like Jill, I just think that the writers didn't really know what to do with her after a while. They were like, oh, we needed a main heroine. We need someone to be the love interest.
Now, where's Tarja?
Oh, she's right there.
Keep them pilchers nice
Need
and
to
chilled.
stock up on these.
I won't have use.
There you are, Tarja.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them. Don't tell me you've forgotten what you're looking for already. Garlic and pepio nuts. Do you want to take the list?
Buy, sell, or be gone.
Oh, okay, well.
Go on. Take it.
I was expecting it to be like a whole quest line thing where every time I talk to someone they send me on another quest.
You haven't much, but you're free to look. I hope it's to your liking.
That should do it. Hopefully Ty is finished too.
That seemed too easy. I don't trust it.
You'll not find a bruised
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting.
That was fast. We're gonna have a heart-to-heart like we did with Gav.
But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
Sure.
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us.
That's nice. Wait, the conversation just ends like that and fades away to black?
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Come on, Tarya. Do you want to join my party? Permanently? So we can have a healer for once? That would be nice. It's kind of interesting that we can visit all these like little towns and hamlets, but all the big cities, we don't really get to wander around them. You're in there for a cutscene, and then you're immediately off to the crystal.
Getting on with the moon dew.
I mean, they probably didn't want to give us access to large towns in this game. Just go with like the tiny little villages. But still.
Ah, better late than never. We're ready to begin whenever you are.
Welcome home. He had a successful trip.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the Moondew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the Moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
So, we're building a ship, which I'm assuming would also end up becoming an airship of some sort. Is it because we're gonna need this ship to fight Bahamut?
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
I mean, we didn't need a ship to fight Garuda, but... I know Bahamut likes to fly around too.
Thanks to Sid.
Wait, do you have new stuff for me?
Clive. So, what'll it be?
Oh, you do. Ooh. This one's 225. This one is 240.
No scratches, right? Not bad, if I do say so myself.
I'm glad a lot of these require one item that is like from a storyline boss. Like in this case, the Earth and Fury or the Coral Whisker for the other thing.
Right.
Actually, let's reinforce them too.
My best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do. Anything else?
Thanks, Blackthorn.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
True.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Her mouth didn't even move that time. It's like she was laughing, but she actually wasn't very like impressed at all. Sometime later. How big is the ship?
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
What?
Didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say.
Yeah, if she told me that I had to go do...
For this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
If she was like, I need you to go do that last hour you've been doing of side quests the second time, the third time, fourth time.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight, just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want...
A warship.
I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
I'll try not to break her.
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
In my fight against Bahamut.
I'm proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Wouldn't I have seen her leave by boat if that was the case?
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste.
What a coincidence, he was also in Canver.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I for one believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canverian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumors already reach my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Well, how timely is this? Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on things, or keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust you would give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Byron.
Trouble in Canver. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
And I'll just send Gav to do it instead of doing it myself.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canver pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Oh, everything's blocked off. Wait, why is there a side quest here? And a plus sign side quest at that.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If it had been with us,
Maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
Except for maybe Joshua.
Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Goots! A man! Oh, Karen too!
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, no.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
He's so cute.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Gav, you're not actually in our party. Go on your own.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Goots just humming to himself. Oh, why is everything all locked off to me? Well, I'm gonna go do that side quest. Oh, the side quest is from my reading table.
He cracked the crystal too.
Oh no, it's just in the same room. Wait, no, never mind. There's a green marker here, but there's also one over here. Gotcha. Oh, there's a couple. Off the record, I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Got.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Interesting, getting quests from my reading table. Haven't seen that before. Clive, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll. Karen.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
I have 2 plus marker quests. This one, and then there's also one around the back. Ooh, the pen is mightier. About Blackthorn. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we can go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge. August.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
I hope these quests are all doable when I don't have access to most of the rest of the map. I mean, the game must have known that, right? That the timing of getting these quests is the same as the timing of all those areas getting locked off.
I've got a few more things to pack before I leave. I'll meet yous down in Bucklad.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at him. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Yeah, the way she's like, you can read. Compliment or insult? I also just realized this door here that I've been saying, I keep saying like off limits. That's the one behind Karen. Hey, should I do? Maybe I should see if I can do each quest one by one instead of just picking them all up. Might be too confusing.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgor. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgor, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Wait, but I can't... But it won't let me go there. It's blocked off. So, is just picking up all these quests now just fruitless because I can't do them right now?
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
All these quests are just me talking to the same people. Talk to Karen, talk to Tomes, talk to Blackthorn.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
I think his name was Sephiroth.
People who my clients are. Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Like again, it's like these side quests are ones with a plus marker, which means they actually unlock things. So why give them to me at a point where the main story quest is locking me from all these locations? Unless I had a small window of opportunity to do them between when Mid ran away. I guess I will have to come back and do these. I just don't like seeing all these quest markers on my map. I mean, obviously I know I'll get a chance to finish them, but I wanna do it now.
Wish I could take
Well, here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I imagine Ty could
This quest is called Weird Science.
Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
Great, I get to fight a bomb king.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And good hunting, eh?
Think Mid might need some help tidying up.
Are you on the hunt for a bomb king, Kupo? If so, I have a billet that might interest you. He's got a crown. The Croc. Sandbreck.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen. I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time. And I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I would say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen.
Those are all our most important people.
500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each.
Oh my gosh.
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Okay, but Uncle Byron gave us a couple million gil.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the Dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry.
Goodbye.
I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
The whole time Desiree was listening to that, she looked so worried. She was looking at him, like, side-eyeing him, like, I'm glad I'm not this dude. Okay, well that's everything I could do here. Okay, we'll see how much further in the main story I need to go in order to have the map open up to me again. Onward.
How are you feeling?
Sorry to cut you off there, Clive. Oh, well, there we go. Why was it even locked off to begin with?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Okay, well, we're gonna go do that first. Let's take care of the easy stuff first.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this.
It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Namely Torgal. And Jill. Seeing my chocobo just approach me like that, straight on, out of the mist, was kind of creepy. Oh, bugger off.
Mistakes. It's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Over here!
I'm sorry, antelopes.
Now, will it be enough, I wonder?
His little hop. He looks so happy.
I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
Okay, but how are we going to sustain this?
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Like, how are we gonna sustain this? It's not like we can come out here and get antelopes whenever we want. Yeah, I think this Final Fantasy definitely has more of like the charming, like minor NPCs than we've seen in the past. Because I said before, I feel like most Final Fantasy games, they care a lot more about the main story than they do about the characters. But still, I feel like this game, like most of these characters we found really charming, they're like minor NPCs. They're not like major NPCs because they're not super tied into the main story. They're like background characters that help everything keep running. They're like the background gears that help us keep running. I think this game is still lacking on like the major story NPCs because, you know, we have Clive, we have Jill, we have all the dominants we've fought, but there aren't that many like major players. But it's a start. It's still a good. I think it's still a good change because I like stories that are character driven. Yeah, Torgal's the only Frost Wolf we know of right now.
There's talk that the Glass Gate flood has...
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
If he's still with us. See, again, I feel like side quests that reveal... Oh, hey, Joe. Side quests that reveal more about the characters are nice. I think they're, you know, the enjoyable side quests are the ones where you actually learn more about the characters that you're attached to. Or the ones that give you lore in the game. Or ones that are just fun and enjoyable.
Give my regards to Otto. And tell him I do so miss his visits.
And this game does have its fair share of, like, more boring side quests. But it's nice that there's some good side quests, too. Okay, I need to find where that bomb is. Baywatch. Penitence Gate. Rise. I don't see... I don't see it. Unless it's something that's not specifically marked. I'll double check the hunt board. I remember that it said Holy Empire of Sanbreque, and then the other part I was like, I'll remember it when I see it. Alright, this is also Sanbreque. I also have to go here.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Great Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed.
I like how the
Leave
window's
me
still
be!
open. Imagine if the carrots were still on the table.
Allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Guess it'd be faster if I come here from here.
Good girl.
Faster!
It's so funny to see your party members like run ahead of you on their chocobos. It's like, hey, I'm the leader here. You don't even know where we're going.
All right.
Oh, hello.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
I think this bed maker. Titan! Oh, look at that beautiful break. Oh, I broke him so fast that the abilities are still on cooldown. I just give a little poke in the back with my sword.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
Oh, sweet. I just teleport there. Nice.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword.
Radim's like, excuse me?
Made in the outer isles, far beyond the twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmen.
It's a katana, isn't it? It's a katana.
No combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow.
Oh, interesting.
There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones,
Thanks.
rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient.
You know a lot about the sword you bought.
Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I speak.
What? You have one?
Far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself.
You're giving it to me for free?
Far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities.
His name's Gilgamesh.
I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Oh.
Lord Byron Rosfield.
Okay, not Gilgamesh.
Perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I thought maybe this, like, quest would lead into Gilgamesh's quest or something.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance.
It's a good thing I didn't tell him my real name.
Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Not that Clive would have given his last name anyways, but...
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Yeah, free is my favorite price. Can't beat free. Wait, there's a quest in here too? Okay, well, I mean, we haven't explored there yet, so... Actually, you know, I'll turn in the quests first and then I'll check the hunt board. Otherwise, I'm just gonna forget.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Yes, that did happen to me. I was helping my friend sell at the convention, and then they had merchandise for free, the swimming anime, and just had free next to them, and people thought they were free, and they're like, "Are these free?" And it's like, "No, it's free. The swimming anime."
Ah, my favorite pupil.
Looks like you have something to say here. Ask about Hugo. Kupka and the Fang were the bedrock upon which the Republic stood. Now that both have crumbled, Dalmekia's descent into chaos is all but assured.
So what of its parliament?
Will the ministers not take it upon themselves to pick up the pieces of their crumbling nation? I doubt it. They have little love for their people, only their preservation.
Which leaves but one man.
Which leaves but one man standing between Dalmekia and disaster. Former Field Marshal Eugen Havel. If any is to pick up the baton of a command, it surely be he. But at the bitter tides of ire and avarice rise around him, I wonder how long he'll be able to keep his head above water, I wonder.
Going so soon?
Wait, you still have something to tell me.
Here for another of my lectures.
Oh right, I forgot. I completely forgot that you have this thing. I mean, I don't really
The
care
state of the realm is ever changing.
to check those. I've been paying enough attention to the story.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Does that mean I actually get, like, a ton of gil from this? Not that I really need it, honestly.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square. Right away.
Also nice, all the people we owed money were actually just donating.
Before.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of times.
They are very girl boss.
The only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we sat up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Aw, Otto. Maybe I should have taken him instead of Gav on that one quest. Oh, cutscene.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
Oh, poor Karen.
But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
Hey Ari, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by today.
But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
Aw.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction, and I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
He's like counting on his fingers.
Would you rather go where at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Sid's goblet. Displayed in Clive's chambers. According to Otto, Sid never once washed his goblet despite using it every day for both wine and small beer. I won't have it said I'm a poor host. Oh, that was a sweet cutscene. I should have saved that cutscene to be the last one that I turned in, among all the ones here at the hideaway. Okay, fine, I'll check the hunt board while I'm here. I'll actually remember it this time. The Croc. Okay, I was thinking, I remembered it has something with the word rock in its name. The Croc.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Actually, I brought you 5, according to this.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Wait, it says you have new stuff for me too.
Is it business or pleasure? If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
Channeler's Whispers. Right, this is the thing that charges your spells. Increases limit break generation. Oh, you also sell mats now. These are 2 still there.
Finished, are you?
Actually, I'll talk to Blackthorn first.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
That's a spirit.
The breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Excalibur. Excalibur! I doubt I have the materials for it now, but...
What do you need? So
See what I need. Grimalkinhide Bomb Ember. Okay.
And?
Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Torgal, good boy. Slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. Nice. Okay, let's go hunting for this bomb. The Croc. I haven't explored this area yet. There's a spot here I haven't looked at. Okay, I have a feeling it's in one of these little like corners that I haven't checked before. So save myself some time. Okay, I found the map. It's like in here. Hopefully I don't run into any other hunts that will make me... Actually, I think that looks like a hunt. That's not just a regular Evis. No. I need to go through that gate. Okay, I've never been here before. There's a building here.
That'll do, girl.
Let's check it out while we're here. Okay, there's not much here. Here it is. Your Majesty.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty. This one.
He doesn't even have a brake gauge.
Get him.
Oh, ads, hi. Oh, okay, you guys are already dead. Well, thanks for the fun frog pack, Dash. Uh-oh. Hey, Yule, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Ow. Oh, I got them all. Ow. Ow, can you stop?
Get him.
This one. Over here. Attack. Sick him. Get him. Go for him. This one. That's better. Go for him. This one. Get him. Arise! Go for him. Over here. Get him.
Ow, can you stop?
Go for him. Get him. Go for him.
It's giving me less opportunities to hit him between attacks.
Over here.
Isn't that one of the things I need for Excalibur too?
Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If a wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Okay. We're almost free from side quest land.
Is that the thing Tomes helped a bit?
I was thinking, should I go back to Karen and buy potions first, or should I talk to Owain first? But let's go talk to Owain first. Oh. You have new things to say?
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Hugo.
It's luck, and luck alone.
They saw me safely out of the hideaway that night, so many others didn't make it. I see them, you know, in my dreams sometimes. I always tell them I'm sorry I wasn't able to save them. Now I can tell them something different. That Kupka's dead. That you avenged them. And I know what they'll say back to me, so let me say it for them.
Clive. Here you go. Always something in there.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
This one's from a friend in Northreach.
Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
I think Mid might need some help.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running.
Sometime later.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
Ooh, are you gonna make it so I can hold more?
What kind of magic?
Well, We happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well,
Cool.
It can't hurt to try, I suppose.
I could also just buy a bigger bag, I'm just saying.
Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
Have you ever heard of a backpack, Clive? They're very useful. I know they wouldn't look cool with your outfit, but come on, man. This is your survival we're talking about.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Seems to be the strangest in-lore reason. Ooh, I leveled up. Like, how can I hold extra things in my bag? I know, I'll rub this thing on my bag that makes it more flexible and loose. Like, or just, you know, have it would make more sense if the NPC was like, oh, we have this extra bag lying around that Mid used to use, you can have it. It's bigger than your bag, or something like that. It's like, no, I rubbed this thing on your bag. I've obtained a treated potion satchel, increasing your capacity for carrying consumables. It just seems... it's just very silly sounding. Well, good thing I decided to go check on Karen after this, because then now I can just fill up my bag. My new flexible bag.
Don't just stand there gawping. Go on then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Should I buy a couple elixirs? I mean, I have a lot of money. I don't really pick these things up.
Better I'll be here.
I might as well. I'm pretty rich now. I do say so myself. Oh, you have new dialogue too. Oh no, that's the Orcus area. Never mind.
Not just...
Right, new enemies in the Redstone. There we go. It feels like this whole stream has just been side quests, but the part with Mid was not a side quest. It just felt like it. We could finally get back on track.